Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Figure Friday and here we are today. Now, as we look at all this, and I'm doing this on Thursday night here and I happen to run into town, we have Waspinator and Gears. Now, Waspinator being a newer one, this is a newer take, Age of the Primes. Looking at it, it looks like very much the same as one of the Bumblebees that I have. Really not a bad take to take or a bad vehicle to take in, just kind of reskin it, give it a different head and a different paint job to make it another character. I don't have any problems with that. Sometimes because I do things in a role-playing way, and I think that way all the time, which I probably shouldn't at times, but having different versions and all that kind of help if you're trying to create your own characters and everything else. And of course, then we have Gears. Now, this is the first time I've seen these in the newer kind of lineup here. I remember Gears from way back when, and actually, there was an episode titled Changing Gears, where they took Gears and then, because he was always kind of grumpy, they kind of changed him out and he was all real happy, but he was still doing the same grumpy stuff. It's just that he was just obnoxiously happy about everything. So just a little play on things and having fun in the cartoons and everything else. So let's work with Waspinator first, probably because I think I'm going to have a little easier time trying to get him transformed than possibly Gears, because I have never done Gears before, and I'm looking at how this is all done and looking at how the package is on the back. This is very much one of the last Bumblebees that they had done. The weapons are pretty much the same, so in that regard, it shouldn't be all that difficult for me to be able to take right out of the box and be able to get everything going here. So let's try and get them out of here quick. Hopefully I keep everything in camera. Alright, now we do have his weapons all bundled up here, which should just be two blasters that go on the side. And then we have Indy to the attack. Indy, are you going to attack Gears here, or Waspinator? No, I don't think she's all that interested in Waspinator. Alright. So getting Waspinator out of here as I get Indy on my back. Now she jumps down. Alright. So looking at him, it does have the head. Waspinator originally comes to us from the Beast Wars line, being the first time that I have ever seen him as a vehicle. It's not bad. It's got the nice green that we would kind of take for a bug in a way, but very much, like I said, the same type of vehicle that we had with Bumblebee. And it looks like, nope, no spoiler here, so I was kind of thinking maybe they had a spoiler, kind of like what they did with, my mind's gonna kind of futz out on me here, Cliff Jumper. So we're going to get him kind of turned around here. Hopefully I'm doing this right. I don't think I am. I think I'm supposed to do something with the head. Sometimes we have to turn the head around or just simply put it back to begin with so it can make that piece. So continuing on here, let's see here. And keep in mind, I'm doing this without any instructions. So as I fumble around here and we're having the fun here, just looking at the arms, trying to remember exactly how this worked, and it did work out really well. I'm going to get this. It's just the whole thing of, it's going to take a minute to try and remember exactly how everything worked hand in hand with each other. Okay. Nope. Alright. Because the feet and all that do have to go into the front, and I'm pretty certain that that's got to fold up. This is got to fold up. Our heels here that come out, so that way we can keep everything balanced. And this should open up, if I remember correctly, looking at the hinges here, because we got to get this all to fit inside. So there's that. And then we're going to do here. All right. And okay, it does have that V in the front, but there's something here that I'm just not quite, there we are, just trying to pinch it all together. This is going to flip around, put our knees, our knee covers in. That's going to flip that way, so we can do that. So this is where I was thinking things kind of backwards. So I'm thinking that this had to go forward, which it does, but I was thinking in a lot grander sense than what it is here. Okay. Now this arm looks like a door that should be sitting there. So I'm missing something here. But there again, yeah, that's got to sit there somewhere. And I'm going to, it's always the fun thing of trying to do these, because that's the great puzzles of doing Transformers. Just trying to remember exactly how, when you did this last, this all worked out seamlessly, and you're trying to figure it out. Okay. So that can go back. So we gotta have the tires down, and this has got to kind of, there we go. Now we're getting it. I had to click that a little bit extra. This is starting to fan out correctly. Alright, once I get this going here, then it will work out perfectly. Just kind of sitting in the inside spot here. And the whole thing is because I think I'm taking this all out of the proper course of how this is supposed to go through. And as always, I'm always nervous that I'm gonna sit here and break something that I'm not supposed to be breaking. And it's possible that that hand doesn't go all the way out. It should fold in, and it would make sense to fold in that way, and then have this flip, because that's the side, that's our side runners. And I'm getting it ever so close here, but I'm fumbling somewhere that I just shouldn't quite fumble here, because I can see where this piece should line up here, very much as we did with the Bumblebee. But I am goofing something up here, and I know that this is going to turn around. That comes down, and that's going to be our bumper. Alright, let's get that snapped in there. Getting this, but it's just a little off. Oh, goodness gracious me. And this side is a little stiffer, and it doesn't want to, because it gave me a little kickback on the side here when I was trying to pop all this in. I think the problem is I'm trying to get this in on the side. I'm inadvertently putting, all right. I know what I've got to do. I just can't get it in there quite right. And then every time we start getting it in there, oh, this is just hilarious. All right. Well, when in doubt, we're going to cheat and use the instructions after all. Oh, there they are. All right. So as we're going through, because I know I'm taking this out of contents as to which one goes where first. All right. Only because I'm taking enough time, and I'm sure that this should have, normally when I get new ones, I'm like, oh, okay, well, this will take a little bit of time or whatever. Let me kind of transform it first so we can get this correct. And I'm looking at this like, oh, yeah, I've done this one kind of before, so this shouldn't be a problem. And here I am struggling like I am, and everyone's probably laughing at me, which you guys should be. And if you're not, oh, by all means, laugh. Because this is funny. I should have this down pat. Because, like I said, this is essentially Bumblebee. Just another version of Bumblebee. And I'm just having a dickens of a time trying to... I've got this door almost there, and it keeps popping it out. Because that's, it's kind of tripped up here. Because it goes in there. It says it flips around. And actually it has it all here. So showing it right like this. So I should be able to have this all here. And it's showing it just like this in the instructions. Having it all flipped up there. And then this just folds right on over. And the door should just sit right in there. And I'm struggling here. Oh, come on. This is funny in any regard. I don't think it's anything else but just funny. Yeah. And I'm just struggling. And it says it's supposed to be... See, when I put it in here, it wants to flip that up instead of keeping it out. And that's where I'm having my problems. But that's where it's supposed to go. And then the weapons, as I can't get it. Oh my goodness. And the worst part is I'll play with this because I'm trying to spend some time with the family. I got a movie going upstairs that I'm quick running from. Because this goes right up here. On that side. Oops. Alright. That goes there. This one? There it is. And then that goes right here. But those doors should be a little bit closer. But I'm just having a dickens of a time because of the feet. Trying to get it in there. I've done everything else I'm supposed to do. But I'm just having a dickens of a time doing that. But it's supposed to go something like that. This side is closer than this side. But I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I'm doing something wrong. There's something just out of place that I'm doing. But all in all, it's not a bad look. It really is. If they were to redo this and make it red and do another Cliff Jumper, I always like Cliff Jumper. I liked his attitude. Waspinator was. in a way, a play on Starscream. So he was a fun character to kind of watch in the Beast Wars in that regard. He wasn't as conniving as Starscream was, but he was an interesting character. Okay. There's a part of me that says that the leg should almost be kinked up a little bit more, but it's not. And that's straight, and that looks good. It's just that I can't seem to get those doors up and over. So, alright, well, I guess it is what it is. We will put him back to the way he was, which is not that hard to do. Flip that around. Now you gotta remember this comes out. I've clicked all this together. That opens up. Here's his feet. This flips around, and then the inside piece comes out because that's his knee guard there. So that protects his knee joint. And same thing with the other side here. Here's his knee guard. That flips around. Here goes his foot. Now, if you want to be lazy, you don't have to put the heels out, because he should stand without the heels being out there. Because I've done that enough times with Bumblebee. But they will be a little better at standing with that out there. And there we are. Oops. Flip his hands back out, and there we go. There. Again with the hands. And that flips up like that. And there he is. So without the knee, or without the extra heels out, he does stand pretty good. But the heels give him a little bit extra there. So if you're pushing back on him as you're kind of playing, oh, my thumb, there we go. Yeah, see, I mean, because we already have this piece back here, so it's not overly necessary, but it does complete the foot, and it does look a little bit better. And then there he is. Now, if you want, you could see, you could put his blaster here, so it's out of the way as he's working on whatever. Unfortunately, we don't have, well, I guess we do have spots on the back, on his back, if you want to have it seem like he's holding it on his backpack or something, or as a backpack, or possibly if you want to have it down so it looks like they're also like jetpacks, so you can fly. You have that available, and it does work pretty good. I mean, he's not a bad looking little guy. Nice little small figure here. And this is a new current one. This is the first time I've seen him, so kind of happy to see him. Now let's see me struggle with gears and see if I can remember. Now I don't remember. I think I had gears, but I think I had traded for him one time. So to be honest, I don't know if I had the full gears or not. But I don't think they had all the extra weapons back then. And it looks like he's got something in there as well. So, as we can look at him, as I get all the little plastic shard or straps holding them in. That looks like that should be it. We have a cover on the back. So once we get them out here, and then that's in by another piece. There we go. There. Alright. So, here's Gears. Now, Gears, like I said, he was usually one of those kind of grumpier kind of characters. An older Autobot, but just kind of grumpy. Originally, I think the head was just kind of that. I think it was more like this. I don't remember if this actually flipped back or not. I think it was done a lot simpler because it was, how it was originally made. It was just done as very simple and cheap and easy as possible. And then really, I think the arms had folded under and the legs just went up. So looking at this today, the fact that we actually have this going back and the wheels kind of fold in, so you can put this as his backpack, covers that up. And the fact that we also have a moving head on here, that is a wonderful thing. We have some pretty good mounts for holding all that on there. Now I do not have the book out, but I can see that this is obviously going to flip back. That's going to be his rear wheels. And his arms, let's see, I don't see anything flipping around there, but his arms look like they should fold up, say like so. And very simple, not too bad. Now this folds out. That's going to complete the cab. Oh, come on. All right, there's that. There's that. So it's a little, looking at this, it's a little kind of goofy because you see the joints in here a little bit more. But, you get the idea as a toy. That folds up, and then this flips onto the back. So that means that when that is out, that will be his chest piece, which is pretty fitting. All right, I like that. That's pretty nice because that gives him his iconic look from the old cartoon. And then that kind of snaps up here. Very basic as far as transformation goes. Quite a bit easier than Waspinator as I was fumbling with him. And very nice. His gun's got a very kind of assault style, kind of submachine gun-ish look to it. As we can either, and it's got the two different mounting, so we could either put it up on top sideways, we could either put it on the side here by his feet. If I can get it in there. Yeah. However you want to do it, but it gives us a little flexibility. Yeah, and it's, they kept a lot of this back to the old tried and true, his legs just kind of flipped up. He's like a utility truck of some sort, and it works. It really does. Very nice, simple, basic design. Because I got to get the feet out first. Now I'm having a problem with the feet. All right. There we are. That goes here. This is why I don't have thumbnails. Because I keep trying to do that with the Legos and everything else. All right. Look at his arms out. All kind of redone here. That flips up. That goes down. That's his iconic look. This kind of goes back. Very simple. Very easy. Works very nicely. I'm a fan. I really am. Gives them that very nice, we have a torso twist. Gives them a little extra flexibility. It works really good. It really does. I like it. Kind of a basic way of transforming. Waspinator is pretty good. It's just that I'm fumbling trying to get the doors on the rest of the way. And the fact that they're all relatively to a nice set scale. And that's one of the things that they've been doing lately, is trying to keep everything at a nice set scale here, because sometimes, we had robots here. Prime, I think, was about here, and then you had goodness gracious, Soundwave, and Soundwave was taller than Optimus Prime, and in the show they're all roughly about the same size. So the fact that, again, they're keeping everything roughly to a good set size, it works out really nice. I just I'm fumbling up trying to get Waspinator done, and that's on me, not really. I don't think it's really on Waspinator. I think that's more me just having issues trying to do it myself. Because then, let's face it, if I can remember, I'm supposed to, when I'm transforming him, try and get the head back here, so it goes back. I mean, that's not on the toy. That's on me. I'm the one that's fumbling here. So I really can't put a big complaint there. As we try and do her once more. Flip that all up. There we go. But yeah, I mean, we have the hinges so that we can kind of go back and forth a little bit. This goes this way, matches all that up. It's nicely done on their side. It's just me that's fumbling because I'm forgetting to put pieces in the right spot. Now we've turned that around, so this all should hinge forward nice and easily. And I keep moving that forward. All right. Oops. So the head is back there. This is there. We have the divots as I knock gears over. There's the divots there. Head's all right where it needs to be. Everything looks like it should be good. Let's get the hands moved. They flop in. So that's all right. And then with this moved back like so, this should out and out. Unless, am I doing this wrong? Because that's there correctly. That's all in. And I feel it is more me than it is anything else. Nope. Alright, so we got that one there. The door goes in a little bit. See, we got her. Alright, that's there. And it's always that same side, too. There. See, it's on the inside. Alright. There it is. It snapped into place. Now we got it. See? I knew it was me. It wasn't Waspinator. It was me doing it. I'm looking at it and overcomplicating it. So now we've gotten it. And one snap. Oh, there it is. There, that's him. All done this time. And we can put his little cannons on there. Unfortunately, I'm not putting them on very good, apparently. Those don't sit in very deep, and that's a little on the looser side, but... And there we are. All right. So we got it a second time. All right. And that's what we have. Nicely done. Maybe we can put his foot on top and say, nope, you're mine. The fact that we can move his head. And then I knock him over. All right. And there we go. All right. No, I can't do it. Gonna have fun with him somehow. All right. With that, thank you so very much for joining me today. It's wonderful having you here. Hope you enjoy seeing something new. These are new ones. Wasn't expecting to find anything new. I like to look just to see if there is, and I lucked out today. So the Waspinator I got over at Target, and gears I got over at Walmart in the bigger town. So keep an eye out if these are ones that you're interested in, because maybe you can come across them and find them yourself. Unfortunately, the prices aren't getting any cheaper, but they're fun. They're fun. They're great to add to the collection because they're, gears being a throwback and nicely done as far as I'm concerned. Waspinator being a kind of reimagined for the traditional Autobot Decepticon war instead of the Beast Wars. Kind of nicely done. I think it's a good take on it. So, there. With that, hope you're having a good day, and we will see you in the next video.